I stared at the upload button. Should I really do this? Does the video even make sense? What if no one understands my English? What will people think? How many dreams, connections, and moments of growth have slipped through our fingers because fear held us back? How many more will we allow to escape? We hesitate, we overthink, we make excuses because stepping into the unknown is uncomfortable. Fear holds us back. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of simply not being good enough. When I wanted to upload my first YouTube video, I had so many doubts, second thoughts, and hesitations. My mind kept telling me, this is a bad idea, it won't work. And guess what? It wasn't perfect, but it didn't have to be. One of my biggest worries was my accent. Since English isn't my first language, I kept wondering, will people understand me? What if I can't express myself clearly? But then it hit me, the message mattered more than the imperfections. And I asked myself, what's worse, failing or never even trying? So I hit the upload button just to see what would happen. I treated it as a creative project just to see what I could do, to learn something new, to step outside my comfort zone. What helped me push through was shifting my mindset. I'm just doing this as a creative project, something I enjoy. No matter what happens, I'll still gain something from it. If it takes off, great. If not, I still learn, I improve my editing, my storytelling, my ability to put thoughts together. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. I'll know I give it a shot. Maybe I will discover a new passion. Maybe it will spark new ideas or lead me to something that fits me better. Because if you never try, you will never know. I have learned that no attempt is ever wasted. Even if things don't go as planned, they still lead to growth, or even sometimes to new opportunities or perspectives. And that's when I realized the biggest obstacle isn't out there, it's in here. We tell ourselves, I'm not ready yet. What if I fail? What if people judge me? But the truth is, most people are too focused on their own lives, their own challenges. Yet we let self doubt hold us captive, keeping us from moving forward. People aren't watching you as closely as you think. You're overthinking way more than they are. We turn small steps into huge obstacles in our minds, stressing over what others might think. We often believe that if something isn't flawless, it's not worth doing, but that's not true. I have struggled from perfectionism and still do sometimes, wanting things to be perfect from the start. And that makes me drag things on for way too long. But I have realized perfection is an illusion, something we chase but never actually reach. That's why I now tell myself done is better than perfect. Even though I was just getting started, I kept comparing myself to well established YouTubers. Like my editing isn't good enough, or something as silly and insignificant as my background looks too plain. But hey, life isn't perfect, and neither are we. Of course, a well designed space can enhance the atmosphere, but that shouldn't be a reason to hold back. The right audience will connect with the message, not just the setting. They will see the heart of what I'm saying and relate to that. Then I started noticing something else. Even small decisions can feel overwhelming, like they could change everything. But once we actually make them, we realize it wasn't as big as we made it seem in our minds. The more we hesitate, the more we delay our own progress. A simple example, when I wanted to buy a microphone, I hesitated. My mind kept saying, do I really need this? What if I never even use it? But then I thought if I wanted a good voiceover, maybe I gotta loosen the grip on my wallet a bit. And I believe the audience will at least appreciate the effort. So, whatever you're thinking of doing, but fear and doubt have held you back, just start. Let it flow, see where it takes you. Because everything feels big and difficult at first, but as you keep going, you will find clarity, you will figure things out along the way, and things will start coming together. And even if things don't turn out the way you hoped, that's okay. At least you tried, and that alone is something to be proud of. Because maybe in the process, you will discover something new, something that actually works for you. Give yourself credit for trying. Think about the people who started something before they felt ready. The artists, the entrepreneurs, the writers. None of them were perfect when they began, but they started anyway, and that made all the difference. Now think about something you have been holding back on. What's stopping you from taking the first step? At the end of your life, you won't regret the things you tried. You will regret the things you were too scared to start. Don't let fear be the reason you look back with regret. Take the chance, try, fail, learn, and maybe, just maybe, you'll end up exactly where you were meant to be.